Hey guys, Sniffles here. This is probably not where you expected to see me and Zig, but we are actually currently at a hostel in Franklin. I'm stoked to be in a warm bed, but I felt like I should kind of sum up where I've been, why I've been MIA, and not really posting much, and what kind of brought us here. So I've had a lot of problems with my battery packs, so I haven't been able to charge anything. My camera died like probably third day, and that was pretty much it for me. So I couldn't really do anything in that aspect. Phone was pretty much always dead then, and so I only got a few clips of stuff. So I tried to update a lot on Instagram, but that's pretty much been really hard for me. But yeah, so it's been like a really incredible hike. I love the journey. I love everything I've done so far. I've had like pretty much like zero problems health wise. My knee did act up. If for those of y'all who don't know, I had the MCL injury last year. It did start acting up a little bit, but I think it was more due to maybe slight tendonitis in my right foot, causing me to step weird. But I'm working on that, slowed down a little bit, which was fine. Have been taking really good care of it, so I'm kind of working through that. But Ziggy's been incredible. He is an absolute trooper. He's been super obedient. Like, I'm pumped because everybody just loves him, and that just makes me happy. So he's been like the best dog ever. I mean, not that he could get any better, but so yeah, he's been incredible. And then so it's been really good. We started slowing down a bunch because what was it like? We're on day like 11, and day like 8 or 9, he started getting like really cranky, like really cranky. He'd wake up in the morning ready to hike, like in a really good mood. So we would go out, but then by the end of the day, he was just over it. So I kind of just like listened to him and what he wanted to do, and what he wanted to do was sleep. So we definitely would spend a lot of the afternoon and evening just keeping it really easy, getting lunch. Started stopping a lot more on my hikes to make sure he was resting well. I never let him overexert himself, so definitely paid attention to that. And health-wise, paw-wise, everything, he's really good. So kind of slowed down. We've had an incredible, like, 9 days of just beautiful sun. And decided to hit us with some rain. So the rain was hard. It definitely came down. Very steady rain, which I think is more annoying than just heavy pour. And I decided that night that I was going to pitch up my tent anyways, because I love my tent. So I pitched up in a flat area, and lo and behold, it all flooded. So the whole camp, like the whole shelter area flooded. So I wake up at like 2:45, and I thought I imagined it, and then 4 o'clock in the morning rolls around, and I realized my sleeping bag is sopping wet, and the whole tent is sopping wet. So that was freaking awesome. So of course, like, I get up, I'm like, Ziggy, we gotta get out of here, we're gonna drown. So I grab all my stuff, run into the shelter, like try not to wake people up with my headlamp, hang everything up, and sleep for the rest of the night in a wet tent. I mean, in a wet sleeping bag. So that was kind of miserable, but things happen and you just move on. So we get to hiking the next morning. I'm sopping wet, knowing I'm getting to the next campsite with all wet gear, nothing to get dry in. And I'm just trucking along. So it was a beautiful hike though anyway, and we get there, and I warm up pretty like a lot quicker than I expected to, which was nice. And the sun ends up coming out for a little bit, so I was able to dry a lot of the stuff. So we ended up sleeping incredible that night, which was awesome. Went to bed at like 6 o'clock, and then woke up at 7, so that was beautiful. And Z's been having a little bit of a rough time towards the last bit, which is fine, but it actually kind of worked out because Brandon's coming into town to hike the Smokies with me, so next week. So I have to take him home anyway, so I was like, you know what, I'll get off trail, take him home, let him rest while me and Brandon go and do the Smokies. So I decided to come to town early, and I'll just come back and do the section later, which is fine. But so that's pretty much how we ended up here. Got a hitch this morning. Took a very long time to get here. Don't really feel like explaining the story, but just know I ended up in Haynesville, or whatever it's called, opposite direction for a little bit, and I had to come all the way back. It's insane. A bunch of hitches, that's for sure. But it was fun because, got a bunch of junk food and hung out and just had a good time. So, but yeah, so that's why we're here at this beautiful hostel. Nice and toasty warm. Ready to see the folks this weekend and get back to hiking. I missed the trail so much already, and I was only off, I mean, I've been off the trail since 11 o'clock this morning, and I miss it a lot, so I really can't wait to go back. It's an addiction. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much what's been going on. I got a new battery pack, so I'll make sure to be posting a lot more, I promise. And I'll have everything charged up, and by the end of this week, I will have a compilation video of like everything from the past 11 days, what's going on, so you guys can kind of see what's been happening. And then I'll get into more detail oriented stuff like next week. So yeah, just keep up. Thanks for watching. Also, I have a side note only because I've noticed a lot of this and quite a few people that I've met along the way. I love everybody I've hiked with so far. I absolutely love them. But I noticed that a lot of people are rushing the trail. And I'm just like giving all of my advice to you. Don't rush it. You're going to regret it. You were just running the trail. And I know people's goals are more just finishing, but I feel like a lot of regrets are not enjoying it along the way. So I definitely think that everybody who's doing it needs to, if they are doing big miles, to just like sit down like for lunch and enjoy the scenery around you and, you know, what God has made you. Like, it's just an incredible journey. But yeah, that's my piece of advice. I know I'm not like a huge through hiker yet, but I definitely think that everybody should at least take a minute and just breathe and soak it all in. So yeah, that's just my advice for today. Bye, guys.
Do you have anything to say, little poochie? That's good enough. That's good enough. Do you love me? He's sleepy. This is what he has to put up with on the trail. This is what he has to put up with on the trail. And I love you so much for it. He's a good boy. He spoils me every single day. Look at that face. I'm gonna miss you. Anybody who thinks it's hard to hike with a dog, it's not. It's worth it. I'm also going to put together a video of kind of the journey for Ziggy, so people kind of see what it's like to have a dog on the trail. It's not as hard as people make it think or make it sound. It's pretty easy, so keep an eye out for that.